How you doing, guys? Welcome back to my channel. As ever, it is amazing to see you. And I mean that. I'm pretty excited for this video today because this is the start of a new series called How I Got That Shot. What I'm basically going to be doing is picking a recent piece of my work and showing you exactly how I got it. Today I'm going to be showing how I got this shot. This is a shot that I recently took with a DJ, a guy called Johnny. Now, in order to take this shot, basically you're going to need a couple of things. You're going to need a tripod. Now, the reason you're going to need a tripod basically is because what we're effectively doing is we're keeping our frame still. Our frame doesn't move. Therefore, we set the camera up on the tripod and our subject moves. So if we were taking this image that I'm going to use, there's two of the same guy. Now, how do we do that? Effectively, we take two images and use Photoshop to bring them together. So you're going to need a tripod to do it. Without a tripod, you'll find that trying to get the backgrounds to overlay, it's just going to be too inconsistent. And if there's a lot of movement in the background as well, a lot of people walking past, you tend to lose the effect. So what you want to do is make it as simple as possible. Find somewhere that is very constrained, like a tunnel in this example, and that way you can control the boundaries in terms of the background and the foreground and items changing. All you really want to change is the subject in location A and location B. So without any further ado, let's get into Photoshop and I'll show you exactly how I did it. So first things first, let's stick screen record on because I want you guys to see exactly what I'm doing. So we go up to here, let's do a new screen record and we are good to go. Cool, so as I said, we're going to need two images that are shot in the same place. So I've got those two images there and this is what we're going to go for. So this is the image that we're trying to create. So in order to do that, as I mentioned, we set the tripod up, the camera does not move. The only thing we change is slight difference between where the focus is on our subject, because obviously we didn't want to do a wide focus because the background would come into focus. This was shot at 1.4 because we wanted to lose the background, its focus. So the only thing you're going to need to change is the focus on the camera. Now, a top tip for you guys is when you do put your hands on the camera, sometimes that can cause really slight movements which will then make it difficult to bring the images back together again. So my recommendation is to touch the camera as little as possible and also set the trigger timer onto 5 seconds, 3 or 5 seconds. That way you push the trigger, you can move away and you can shoot it, and that your hands being on there pushing the trigger and holding the trigger will sort of sometimes cause movement. So taking your hands out of the scenario will basically mean that you're going to get a more stable picture, which helps the effect. So what we're going to need is Photoshop. So we open those two images up in Photoshop. And yes, so guys, I'm a Capture One affiliate, so basically I have an affiliate code which is AMBLUKE, which is going to get you 10% off of any product. But like any good photographer, the skill comes in using multiple different pieces of software to bring your images together. So I'll do all my color corrections in Capture One Pro because it is by far the most accurate doing that. And then in terms of wizardry like this is all done in Photoshop, and again retouching. So most professional retouchers will retouch basically in Photoshop once they've done the color corrections in Capture One Pro. So there is no one complete software does everything. You have to use a multitude of them to get it right. So here we go. We've got the two images that we want to bring together. What I'm going to do is I'm going to click this image here, and I'm on a Mac, so I'll use Control All, which selects all of the image, Control C, which creates copy. Click on the second image, Control V, and it brings those two images together. Now, what I want to do is bring down my opacity so I can get an idea of where the other image is. Cool, I can see that. And it really is as simple as this, and this is how the effect was created. So all I do is I get myself the eraser tool, and I have to remember what side. So that's the image I'm bringing the layer into, so I want to erase this one. And there we go. So you get an idea of what I'm doing. What I'm going to do is, this is just going to be fast and dirty I want to keep this video as short as possible. So I'm going to increase the size of the eraser. I'm just going to basically go over this really fast. Now my suggestion to you would be to do this a little bit slower, take your time, be a bit precious over it, but I want this video to be as quick as possible so it can be digested as quick as possible. So there we go. Once I've done a large portion of that, I then bring back up the opacity, and this will give me an idea of where my image is coming in. So draw those in, tidy it up, and as I said, for you guys, I recommend being a little bit stricter with this. Done. There we go. We now have the image. It would be as simple as clicking over here to export that image, bada bing, bada boom. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you found it useful, please subscribe. If you have seen any of my pictures and you're wondering, hey, how the hell do you do that? Pop me a message with an example of the image and I'll add this to the series. Take care guys, see you soon. How you doing guys? As an added bonus, what I thought I would do is give you a link to the 2 images that I worked on. So if you want to practice with 2 images that you know work, by all means follow the link, download the images, test away, and then add a comment just to let me know you've done it and how it went. Cheers.